Hello my little friend, or maybe not that little. My name is Valerian, I'm a fat burning expert and I'm obese. Woohoo! My body weight 115 kilograms or 250 pounds, waist 111 centimeters, so 44 inches, and 33% of the body fat, which makes me obese, close to second type. Why I'm so happy? No, it's not because I'm crazy, but even though it may sound crazy, because I've done this in purpose. I'm here because I want to show you the right way to lose weight and transform your body. What you see right now, I've done this for you, for people who really need some help, who try different diets, programs, trainers, coaches, magicians, and still didn't get what they want, or even worse, they destroyed their metabolism by going on extreme diets and doing crazy exercises. They lost weight and pulled back where they were with extra pounds. Sounds familiar? Well, I know how you feel because I've been through this. That's why I'm here today. From this day and for the next 100 days, I'm going to give you a step-by-step program. I'm not only going to show you what I do, but actually going to tell you exactly what you should be doing and how, and what you should not be doing, which is probably even more important. Even though I feel your pain, it doesn't mean that I'm going to go easy with you, okay? I'm going to work my butt off and I'm going to make you work hard too. First of all with your brain, and then with your muscles. Easy and simple, you can only cry and complain. But here, we're gonna work until we get some real results. So right now, promise me only one thing, okay? If you really want some changes to happen, straight after this video, you go and you do something about it. Not tomorrow or from the Monday or next month, but today. You see, I don't have an amazing genetic. I haven't been exercising for the last 6 months. Eating whatever I want and when I wanted to. I have no muscles, a lot of excess weight, and my health is not in the best place. I can show you my hormones. So, I think it's fair. There'll be no more excuses why you can't do it, because I know exactly how you feel. We're starting from the scratch. We're starting from the bottom. Today is going to be my first workout, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to be doing and what you should be doing, which exercises and etc. And promise me then that you go and you do it, okay? Deal? Right, let's go. So you have excess weight and you want to lose it. Perfect. What you want to do? No, what you will do. You're probably going to start with a diet. A great choice. Which one? Did you know that there are more than 30,000 officially registered diets in the world? Low fat, low carb, paleo, keto, intermittent fasting, Atkins diet, eating only salad diet. Which one you want to go? It's a tough choice, right? But would you agree, if there's one particular diet that really works, everyone would know about it and use it? All those diets have a purpose, and it's not to lose your weight. The only one reason why people lose weight by going on this diet and basically doing any fitness crap out there, the only one reason why you will lose weight. Are you ready? No. Are you sure you're ready for the biggest secret of the universe? It's because of the calorie calorie deficit. You didn't expect that coming, right? To lose weight, you gotta be in a calorie deficit. You know that. But if everyone know about it, why there's so many people that struggle to get a result or to keep the result? The problem with the calorie deficit, I mean, yes, it's important, but that's only one side of the coin, and that's where a lot of people get really frustrated, because when you focus only on completely on your calories and how much you weigh, you're chasing a fake results. What I mean by that, people come and say, Val, I don't like how I look in the mirror, and then they focus on the scale. It doesn't make any sense. You see, two people with exact same weight can look completely different. We gotta change your body composition. We gotta lose weight from the right areas. Less fat, more muscles. That's what we want, and that's why we're in the gym. I mean, if you still don't get it. So as we're in the gym, let's cover another mistake people do when it comes to the exercises. So you want to burn fat as fast as possible. Perfect. Now what? Let me guess. You go on YouTube and you start typing fat burning workouts or exercises to burn belly fat. And don't tell me you didn't do it. I know you did. I mean, everyone, there's nothing to be ashamed of. Everyone doing this. Even I do this sometimes, some lonely evenings. Or especially for ladies, I mean, no offense. You know, something light, 5-minute home fat burning workout with body weight, no weights, no. Because you don't need these big ugly muscles and start looking like men. Because it makes total sense, right? You're a girl, you have completely different body, completely different hormones, arms and legs, so you shouldn't be doing exercises for men, otherwise you're gonna look like men. Or you know how many people come to me and say, Val, I don't really need a lot of muscles, I don't want to lift these heavy things, I think it's gonna be too much for me. Do you really believe that one morning you're gonna wake up and you're like, boy, oh, not again. Oh, no, it's too much muscles. I shouldn't be exercising that much. What am I gonna do about it? Look, seriously, do you know how hard it is to gain even a little bit of teensy-peensy tiny muscles? I mean, even when you're in a calorie surplus, you eat like crazy, you lift super heavy weights, and it's like nothing. And I'm not even talking about when you're in a calorie deficit. It's extremely hard. And whatever you see in magazines and commercials and social medias, those people are professional athletes and bodybuilders. And those people use drugs and steroids to look that way. Is it good or bad? Look, I'm not here to judge, but it's just what it is. And I'm not saying that this is easy, okay? These people exercise for like 15 years, almost every day, twice a day, to look that way. Do you really believe that you're gonna look something even close to like them after a couple of months in the gym lifting 20 kilograms with your sticks? So hopefully you got the point. The worst thing that will happen to you if you will exercise super hard, if you lift heavy weights, the worst thing that will happen to you, that you're gonna look fine. You know, you're gonna look fit. Maybe a little bit of the abs, depends on your diet. Nice arms, back, legs, that's all. So trust me, you gotta work really hard to look great. Right, let's get back to our fat burning exercises. Did you hear something like Pilates for weight loss or yoga? There's so many beautiful things that have nothing in common with the weight loss. Or probably someone told you to burn fat, do more cardio. But I mean, cardio, we need cardio for our cardiovascular system. High intensity trainings, CrossFit, Tabata, to improve your lactate threshold, to improve your muscular endurance, yoga to calm your mind, to improve your balance and stability, Pilates, swimming, cycling. There's so many different workouts and they all have some purpose. Either improve your strength, stability, mobility, balance, speed, power, and etc. But none of those workouts are made to lose your weight. In fact, there's not even one physical movement in the world that would directly burn your fat from your belly. If you ever find one, call me, we're gonna win a Nobel Prize. Scientifically, at any physical movement, your body uses all possible energy reserves at the same time. Your amino acids, glycogen, and triglycerides. No, it's not the name of the dinosaur, it's a scientific name of the fat. In other words, your body burns protein, carbs, and muscular fat at the same time. And the side effect of our workouts is just extra calorie expenditure. But to be fair, if you're a beginner, we probably burn maybe like 150, 200 calories in one exercise session, which is what? One glass of milk or one cookie. But what about other calories? Where do they go? Inside of our body, we have three things that burn our calories. Number one, metabolism. Every second something is going on in your body. You're breathing, you're thinking, your heart is beating, billions new cells creating and billions old ones are getting destroyed. So for that, we need a lot of energy. It takes about 80% of all the calories we consume. Another 10% go to thermic effect of food. That means some calories from the food will go to digest this food. The highest step we have in the protein, about 30%. That means 30% of the calories from the protein will go to digest this protein. And the carbs and fat have about 2 to 5% of the TAP. That's why you always want to go more with the protein in your diet, because you can eat more and burn extra calories. And number three, physical movement. We can highlight two things, exercise activity thermogenesis and non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT. In other words, workouts and whatever you do throughout the day. And guess what is more beneficial for us in order to burn more calories? High intensity trainings where you sweat your muscles in pain, you're doing thousands of crunches and hundreds of burpees and you burn like 200 calories. Or walking around, cleaning, shopping, arguing with your relatives. Look, we know we burn about 200 calories in 1 hour of exercise session. You exercise 3 times a week, which gives you roughly 600, let's say 700 extra calories a week. Great, right? But where's the problem? When you exercise, you feel tired. You loaded your central nervous system. You drive back or you go back home, you lay down, you watch something, and what you do? You're not moving. You're sacrificing your daily activity, your need. For different people, this number runs up to 2,000 calories a day. But let's say on average you burn like 500 calories, whatever you do throughout the day. 5 multiplied by 7 gives you 3,500 extra calories a week. So you exercise, you burn like 700 calories, now you're sacrificing your need, and now you have 2,800 extra calories. But let's say you're not completely resting, but trust me, you will sacrifice at least half of it. 1,400 calories is 155 grams of fat in 1 week. In 1 month, it's going to be 622 grams of fat, or 1.5 pounds. How you like that? You exercise, you eat nothing, and you gain weight. Well, now you know how this magic works. So truth be told, you want to lose weight, just eat less and move more. Be active, do something, go for a walk, go clean. If you're a beginner and you have excess weight, you can choose any physical activity you want, anything you like. You like run, go for a run. Like swim, swim. Go hike, go play tennis, do whatever you want, whatever you like, that you can stick to it. In the beginning, people lose weight really fast, even if they do everything wrong. Whatever fitness program you choose, fitness expert, fitness app, you will see results. But after a while, your body will adapt. That means for the same amount of work, your body starts using less and less calories. All marathon runners after marathon have only 2 ways: belly back or run 10K every day just to stay the same. Imagine you have to run every day 10, 15 kilometers just to look the same every day. This is called adaptation or plateau. You probably heard this before. Your weight's stuck, you can't go further with your diet, you have no energy, no motivation, you feel really bad. And the question is not whether you will break or not. The question is when you're gonna break. Your willpower is always going to end because you're fighting with your physiology. Try not to breathe. Maybe you can hold it for 1 minute, 2 minutes, some people can hold 5 minutes, but eventually, no matter how much you believe in yourself, how much motivation you have inside, you will give up. So instead of doing everything wrong, do something right for yourself at least this time. The real reason why we need workouts is to kind of change our metabolism. We're not going to go into the all aspect of metabolism here, but we can highlight two main things. Number one, protein synthesis. Creating new protein structures in your body. I'm talking about your muscles. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of effort for your body to keep your muscles or even gain a little bit extra muscles. And the best thing, that active muscles can actually burn 35 times more calories than fat. And thing number two, called glycogen resynthesis. The main fuel for our muscles called glycogen. When you exercise, you burn all the glycogen, and then after you work out, we gotta refill this glycogen. And whether it's gonna be from the food or if you're in a calorie deficit, it's gonna be from your body via glyconeogenesis. So if you wanna burn calories as fast as possible, we gotta find a workout where we burn calories as much as possible during our workout session and after, when we're gonna be recovering. So the best workout for our goals right now is gonna be basic progressive resistance training. I didn't say necessarily you gotta go to the gym, but you have to have some resistance in your muscles. That's the only way we can achieve production of those hormones and neurotransmitters. And by the way, those hormones are actually anabolic and lipolytic. That means they're gonna grow your muscles and burn fat. Yes, at the same time, yes, it's possible. So we're gonna be doing full body circuit training. That's the best type of the workout for newbies or beginners or people who wanna get into shape fast. We do 2-3 circles, better do 3, with 12 to 15 reps at each exercise. So if you wanna burn more calories, we gotta involve our biggest muscle groups in our body. Our legs is half of our body, then back, then chest. And we're gonna be doing basic and complex exercises to involve as many muscle fibers as possible to load our central nervous system that will send a signal to our pituitary gland, and those glands are gonna produce those precious anabolic hormones that are gonna make us look like gods. Before the actual workout, it's crucial to have a good warm-up. If you're working with a PT, he'll probably send you on the treadmill or elliptical machine just to get rid of you and keep scrolling the phone. Look, you don't need to pump your blood. You'll pump it anyway at warm-up sets. But what you do need is to focus on our ligaments and tendons. Especially if you're a newbie. I've seen many times people go into the gym with no warm-up, they start doing bench press and try to lift a record weight. I mean, you crazy? Your muscles get stronger way faster than your ligaments and tendons. You lift something and you tear your shoulder, your lower back, your knees, most common injuries. How to do a warm-up? You gotta start from the top to the bottom or from the bottom to the top and cover every single part of your body. Well, not every single part. I mean, obviously some parts we're not gonna be using quite a lot in the gym. So we start from the neck, then shoulders, then your back, hips, knees, and heels. Then you can do even a little bit of the stretch. It's gonna be nice. Each exercise have 2 parameters. Number 1, grip, or position of the legs if you're doing the squats, and number 2, range of motion. Before each exercise, we gotta find the right position. What I mean by that, you never see a boxer trying to punch someone like this, right? Or jumper or runner. They all start in with a position. If you're a fighter, you go to your fighting position because you need to prepare your muscles, prepare your body to movement. We gotta do exactly the same. We gotta prepare our body for that. Just bend your knees a little bit, keep your hips tight, and keep your back straight. So now you take the load off your joints and your skeleton and use your muscles. Now we have this balance and stability that will allow us to perform exercise in the right way. Whatever you do, if you're standing upright, either lifting something or doing squats or shoulder press or even biceps, you always start with a position. So right now I'm gonna show you this magic exercise that's gonna make you look amazing, and you're not gonna like it. When it comes to the squats, you start the movement, you spread your legs a little bit by 30 or 40 degrees, and you have this pressure on outer part of your body. So you try to keep your knees as wide as possible, because most people have this problem. Have you seen someone doing a squat and then their knees going all together? The reason why it happens is because we have these weak muscles over here called adductors. We're not using them quite a lot in a normal life. That's why we gotta pay attention more to do squats with no injuries. To train these muscles, just do more lunges, more stretches, and leg breathings. Now, the reason why we're doing the front squat instead of the classic squat is really simple. When you have some weight in front of you, it allows you to keep your body in a perfect balance, and you can feel the right muscles. When you have some weight behind you on your shoulders, obviously you can lift more weight. But in the beginning, start with the front squats, because you will learn how to do it right, how to involve the right muscles, and how to keep your body in the right balance, because your knee is gonna go in 90 degrees, your back is gonna be straight, and you will feel the right muscles. And there's no exercises for men or women, but there are a few emphases that I'm gonna show you. If you're a man, we're gonna hold some weight right in front of us. When you keep the weight right in front of you, you change the center of gravity. And in order to stay in balance, you have to take the pelvis all the way back. This is how you learn the squat technique. Likewise, when your legs are parallel, you emphasize the load on the front part of your legs, quads. For girls, we can focus a little bit more on our buttocks and inner thighs. For that, put your legs a little bit wider and sit deeper, stretching your buttocks as much as possible. But remember, you gotta always keep your muscles engaged, never lose the load from the muscles, and always keep your back straight. To make yourself more comfortable, you can also keep the weight all the way down. As well as you can do another exercise for the back of your thighs, the Romanian deadlift. Therefore, giving a load to the buttocks and hamstrings to have a nice, good-looking, proportional legs. How to find the right weight? Let's say you're lifting 15 kilograms and you do 1, 2, 3, you do 10 times, and then you feel that it's enough. You can't do even more without breaking technique. Leave it. Doesn't mean that you have to go with a lighter weight, but what happens next time? You take this 15 kilograms and you try to do 11 and 12 reps. Then eventually, until you reach 15 reps, if you can do more than 15 reps, that means this weight is too little for you. Go with the heavy ones. Right, so the second biggest muscle group is our back. Traditionally, the best exercise for the back considered to be pull-ups or chin-ups, and we're not going to be doing them, and I'm going to explain you why. Look, if you're young, if you don't have any excess weight, go for it. Do as many pull-ups as you can. But if you're a newbie, if you're obese like me, you try to hold your fat and heavy body with the small arms. What do you think you're going to feel? Your arms. Your brachialis, your forearm, you will never feel your back. You can try to use underhand grip and use more bicep. It's gonna be a little bit easier for you, but still, your small muscles, your arms are gonna get tired way faster than you feel your back. That's why the best exercise for us is gonna be bent over barbell row. First of all, we can control the weight, the right weight, how to perform this exercise. And number two, your back work in static and dynamic at the same time. You hold your back and you're working with your lats and your traps as well, and you're taking the pressure off your arms. You can see my arms are barely moving. You go with your shoulders all the way back, you squeeze your back, and then you release. So most common mistake people do in this exercise, first of all, slouching the back. If they lift too heavy weight, they do something like this, right? Again, lower back problems, lower back pain. Reason why it happens, because instead of keeping your hips all the way back, they slouching and bring knees together. Pretty much the same when they do squats. So to avoid that, you gotta keep your butt all the way back to have a straight line in your back, to go all the way down. Keep your head, you look down, you not look at yourself in the mirror, because you're creating really big pressure at your neck, and you lift. Another mistake people do, they release the weight, and again, they slouching. Always keep the tension in your muscles. With the inhale or exhale, you can lift and slowly release. So exercise number 3 for our chesticles, bench press. So when you lay down on the bench, make sure that your back is flat. Really important that you don't help yourself with other muscles like your back, your legs. You can even place your feet on the bench to focus on the chest only. Now the trajectory of the movement follows an arch. Put the barbell right at the bottom of the chest, and when you press up, put it right in front of you, so the barbell is gotta be at your eye level. Girls do this exercise in exact same way. This is the best exercise for developing the shoulder girdle. 2 seconds down and 1 second up. Watch your breathing and try to feel your pectoral muscles. Nice and easy, under control. It's also very important to choose the right angle. If you take the bar too narrow, the load go to your triceps and your elbow joint. If you take the bar too wide, the load will go to your shoulder joint. So the most optimal solution would be take somewhere in the middle. For that, there are cutouts on the bar. I usually pick where my index or middle finger is. Perhaps some of you, by clicking on this video, some of you expected to see how I'm gonna be jumping and running around like crazy, doing complicated CrossFit elements, struggle, sweat, vomit, because that's what we want to see in transformation, right? But I'm not an idiot. I don't want to die at my first workout. In fact, there's no any practical sense to do this. If you're obese, if you're new to the gym, whatever you do, it's going to be a huge stress for you. You walk 5 miles. Stress. I know. I did this yesterday. I didn't like it. So 4 reasons why we're not going to be doing those crazy exercises. Reason number 1, we will be doing them, but later when our body will be ready for that type of work. When we're going to lose some weight and we're going to straighten our ligaments and joints. Right now, if you're overweight, you already have a lot of pressure on your joints, especially your knees. Then if you jump, if you run, you create 5 times more pressure on your knees, on your joints. So if you want to start today and be crippled next week, go, do it. Do this crazy exercise. Reason number 2, shock dynamic load. If you're obese, if you're, let's say, lady after pregnancy, you have now difference in your abdominal pressure. So your vital organs can go down, your kidneys can go down. So by jumping and doing these burpees, you make everything even worse. And the only way out will be surgery. Reason number 3, eating disorders. Basically, all those marathons and programs usually last between 4 weeks or 21 days. First of all, it's really profitable. You can sell them quite often. And within 21 days, let's say, you can be strict to yourself. You can cut down your calories, fats, carbs, do daily intense workouts. But when you take this picture after and you go back to your old eating habits, guess what happens? I think you know the answer. You cannot change your eating habits within just 21 days. It takes really long time. And reason number 4, all those high intensity trainings take place beyond your aerobic threshold. That means when you exercise really intense, you're using your glycogen. When you run off the glycogen and you're not refeeding them because you cut down all the carbs, you don't have a resistance in your muscles. Guess what your body is going to do? There's no reason to keep your muscles, and then you don't have any energy for your muscles. Your body starts getting rid of your muscles as fast as possible. On every lost kilograms, it's gonna be 700 grams of muscles and 300 grams of fat. So before this weight loss marathon, it was a big fat lady, and after this weight loss marathon, now it's a small fat lady. But why are they so popular? I mean, come on, what is more fun? To jump 40 times with the intense music and some girl tells you, come on, let's go, push it more, or do squats 12 times with some weight. And you know, those high intensity trainings, I love them because you know, you feel so energized, you feel so refreshed and motivated, because when you feel this pain in your muscles, your body starts producing analgesics to relieve the pain, dopamine and adrenaline, and you feel this, you know, more power. You feel this, that your life is changing, you're doing something great. But in reality, there's no progress. If you feel pain in your muscles, it's only lactic acid. If let's say you sweat a lot, this is only water retention. Hopefully you got the point. You gotta do what I show you because it really works. And later we can have some more fun. Now let's get back to our workout. So if you still have some power, you can finish with your delts, your arms and your abs. When you go with the biceps, you start with the position, you bend your knees, keep your back straight and under control. You lift all the way up, you curl your arms. So you're not standing like this and try to lift. It's not your biceps. You're working with your back, with your legs, with everything that is possible, but not your biceps. To involve your biceps, under control, lift. There you go. And then your triceps. You can try 2 different exercises. Number 1 called French press. You hold the bar and you release all the way down. You have 3 different muscles in your triceps, and over here is the longest one. So by doing the French press, you stretching your triceps as much as possible, and then you locked your elbow to contract your triceps. Great exercise, but I'd rather go more with this exercise. Tricep press with exhale. It's way harder, but more effective for us. Right, exercise number 4. We're going to be doing a shoulder press for our delts. This is basic and complex exercise. But what's the difference between basic and isolation exercise? Let's say when you doing a press, when you do complex exercise, you involve 2 or more joints in a certain movement, but when you do isolation exercise, it allows you to focus completely on the right muscles and involve the right muscle fibers. So different parts of your body are going to reply differently on isolation or basic exercise. For example, when it comes to your delts, to be honest, better go with isolation exercise, because when you do basic exercise in your mid delt, you will feel your bicep, you will feel your trap. It's really hard. But when we're doing the shoulder press, we're not only using our delts, but also our triceps and a little bit of the upper chest. And the main goal of this workout is to burn more calories. When you're doing a basic exercise, we need more volume, we involve more muscle fibers. That means we can lift more. And if we need to lift more, we need more energy, so we will burn just extra calories. So that's why we do today this basic exercise, which is shoulder press. And as well as you can finish with a little bit of your abs. The main function of your ab is actually, even though it looks like 6-pack, but it's actually one muscle. This muscle called rectus abdominis muscle, and its main function is to bring the chest to the hips or hips to the chest. So the only exercise that really works is not planks or side crunches or twists. Just do normal crunches on the bench. You lay down and you try to pull yourself all the way up. All right, here, under control, you go down. You see, I don't hold my head. Don't try to pull your head like this. It's really dangerous position, but instead focus completely on your abs. If it's too hard for you, like you see, I'm struggling, you can help yourself with your arms. With exhale, like that, under control. Do 12, 15 reps. There you go. So as you've seen all exercises we're going to be doing today, let's start our workout. there are a few ways how you can perform this workout. Either you go and do full body, set by set. For example, off the chest, I'm gonna be doing like shoulders, then arms and my abs. But if you feel like it's not enough for you, you can focus before only on the basic movement, on your biggest muscles. So for example, you do squats, then back, then chest, then again you do squats, back, chest, squat, back, chest, 3 sets. Then, because when you just start and you're full of energy, you still have a lot of power in your muscles, then you can have a rest a little bit, do abs for example, and then few more circles for your shoulders as well as your arms. That's how I'm gonna be doing my first workout today. If you feel like it's too much for you, you're not feeling that you're recovering enough, after the bench press, go and do shoulders, then arms. Your biggest muscle groups will recover, and then you can do another circle and the third circle. And some people ask me, what if I don't have that much equipment? I can't do each exercise one by one. That's fine, you can do by sets. For example, you do squats, just do 3 sets of the squats, then 3 sets a row for your back, and 3 sets of the bench press, and each exercise, and etc. So it's up to you. Most important that we follow some principles, main principles. We don't have a strict rules, but we have some guidance, what we want to achieve. The most important for us and this workout is to feel our muscles, set up muscular synthesis and glycogen resynthesis, and progress with the strength. So most importantly, we focus on the right technique and brain-muscle connection. Forget about the weight, forget about how you look with a small bar that everyone's looking at you. You're here for your goals. Remember that. After 4 sessions, people start greeting you. After 8 sessions, people start noticing you. And after 15 sessions and 20 sessions, people start asking you question, how? Let's go. Enjoy. Oh boy. Right, so we finished our first workout. Well done for today. But before you go, let me share with you a couple of tips that will make your progress way faster. To achieve something, you gotta set a goal, right? Goal is your final destination. If you don't know where you go, you'll always be nowhere. Most people don't have goals, or they think they have, but they're not. Let me give you an example. You wanna lose weight. This is not a goal. You want to be rich, you want to be happy. Those are not goals because you cannot measure it. Let's say you want to learn new language. Great. This task is impossible to complete. I mean, professional linguists at universities are still learning their mother language. When exactly you will understand that you know the language? You see what I mean? We have wrong answers because we're asking wrong questions. I'm going to share with you 3 tips that will make your progress real. You will not live in a delusion of a progress anymore. Tip number 1, everything comes to numbers. You want to lose weight? Perfect. How much? It's got to be in centimeters, kilograms, pounds, inches, whatever you want, but it's got to be a specific number. Find the shape that you want to look like and take measurements. We got to measure 3 things. The point where you start, how much is your current weight, taking measurements from your waist, from your hips, from your chest, fat body percentage. Point number 2, where you should be, your final goal, how much fat percentage you gotta have in your body, how much kilograms you want to lose, or pounds, centimeters, inches, whatever, but again, it's gotta be a specific number. And point number 3, you track where you are now. You can track every day, every week, every month, or whatever you feel more comfortable for yourself. Personally, I track every week. I don't really track my weight. I don't give a crap about it, but I track how I feel. If I'm lifting more in the gym, if I'm progressing in the gym, I'm comparing. If I'm taking photos every week and comparing. If I'm losing inches, number will help you to understand how much you still gotta go and how much you already done. When you have a specific numbers, you're not living in delusion anymore. You see exactly whether you're doing it right or wrong. Tip number 2, set up a deadline. It's got to be a certain date that will make you value every day, that you will give in your best every single day. You're not wasting your time anymore, because I know a lot of people, they lose weight, they're trying to lose weight for many years, or they want to learn new language, they're learning many years, but nothing is changing. It's got to be a certain date with consequences. What I mean by that, it's like good cop and bad cop. It's got to be a reward and it's got to be a fear. If you will succeed, reward yourself, treat yourself, go for a trip or buy something that you really wanted to buy a very long time, because you deserve this. You deserve to be to treat yourself for efforts that you're doing. But to not fail, it's got to be a fear. It may be whatever you want. For example, you can make a deal with your friend, I don't know, for $1,000, or that he'll send your fat pictures on social medias. It will make your progress way faster, trust me. And tip number 3, probably one of the most important one. Whatever you wish, whatever you like, whatever your goal might be, ask yourself why. It's got to be a reason, but be honest with yourself. Don't say, oh, you know, I want to lose weight, I want to transform my body to feel better because I'm afraid of my health. This is not working. This is really bad motivation. Find the real reason why you need this, otherwise you will never achieve this. Why you want this? Because you want to look great, because you want to be attractive, because you want to be confident. You want other people to talk about you. You want to prove them. You want to show them that you can do it. Find this dark force that will drive you and will not let you to give up when it's going to be tough times. Trust me, there will be. Most people live in the delusion of the progress. When you track and measure everything, you're not living in delusion anymore. You're not living in metrics anymore. You see exactly if you're doing something for real or this is only in your head. You know, I'm working out hard, I'm eating nothing, I'm really trying, but still nothing's changing. You think you work hard, but you're not. You think you're really trying, but this is only in your head. In reality, you're doing the same thing that you did yesterday and day before and year before. Do you really expect something to change? No. Sorry, tell you what you need to hear and not what you want to hear. The truth is, don't be strict to yourself. Do something little, but every day. Consistency is the key. It always has been and always will be. Small steps will make a massive difference in the long run. People always overestimate what we can do in the short term and always underestimate what they can do in the long run. Again, small steps will make a massive difference. You're working out 1 week, no progress. 2 weeks, no progress. 1 month, but eventually, after 3 months, 6 months, you'll be shocked how far you've gotten. It's got to be something little. 5 new words, or lift a little bit more this time in the gym, but every day do something for yourself. Why you got off the bed today? Ask yourself a question. Whatever you do right now, is it making you closer to your goal or not? And that's the hardest thing in the world. Do exactly what you gotta do and don't do what you know you shouldn't be doing. You wanna be successful at work? Sitting on your ass 8 hours, then to leave early is not enough. You gotta be active. Be the most active person at work, in your relationship, in the gym. Be the most active person in the room, and I can guarantee you you'll be different from 99% of the people around you. It's gonna be tough, it's gonna be hard, but living a life that you want is not for everyone, right? If you enjoyed this video, make sure you subscribe and you can share this video with someone who may need this. You'll help me to grow, you'll help other person to grow. If you like what I do, make sure you subscribe. See you soon.